Do you know what really moves people? Not discipline, inspiration, and if it's missing, you're not lazy, you're just disconnected from yourself. Subscribe to the channel. We're just beginning our healing journey. Like this video so you don't lose it. Watch till the end. You'll understand how to move forward without forcing yourself. As children, we were rarely taught to listen to ourselves. We were taught to try harder, endure, be convenient, pull ourselves together, and do what's expected. Over time, we start believing that effort, pressure, and control are what lead to results. But the truth is, people don't reach their goals and dreams through discipline, not through willpower, not even through motivation. What truly moves people is inspiration. Inspiration isn't constant excitement or emotional highs. It's a quiet inner sense of aliveness, meaning, and connection with yourself. It's when something inside says yes, and you move not because you have to, but because not moving feels impossible. When a person is inspired, there's no need to force themselves. They don't search for motivational videos or fight their own laziness. Action becomes a natural extension of their inner state. But when inspiration is lost, every goal begins to feel heavy. Even the most desired dream can start to feel frightening because it carries expectations of effort, pressure, and exhaustion. This is where many ambitious people get stuck. They know what they want, they have vision, but inside, there's emptiness or overload. In that moment, the brain does the only thing it knows how to do. It protects you. It slows you down, postpones action, pulls your attention into procrastination. Not because you're lazy, but because your system is overloaded. Real movement doesn't begin with planning or discipline. It begins with restoring your inner source of energy, with returning to yourself, with asking not, "What should I do?" but "What inside me needs attention and support right now?" And when that happens, goals stop feeling like pressure, dreams stop feeling scary, and action becomes alive again. I want to share something very personal with you because for a long time, I truly believed something was wrong with me. I was ambitious. I had ideas, dreams, vision. I knew what I wanted from life, and yet I could do nothing for weeks. I postponed. I doubted myself. I constantly felt guilty for not doing more. I tried everything people usually recommend: plans, to-do lists, discipline, control. I told myself, pull yourself together, just start. You can do this. Sometimes it worked, but only for a short time. Then came even deeper exhaustion and emptiness. At some point, I realized something important. I wasn't lazy. I was disconnected. I had lived in should and must mode for so long that I completely lost touch with what truly ignites me. My inspiration wasn't gone. It was suppressed. The turning point came when I stopped asking myself how to become more productive. Instead, I asked a different question. Where did I stop listening to myself? I began returning to myself very slowly, without drastic decisions, without pressure. Sometimes my only action for the day was allowing myself to do nothing and stopping the self-hate for it. And in that moment, energy began to return, not instantly, not dramatically, but honestly. I started to feel interest again, a gentle desire to create, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. And when inspiration returned, movement followed naturally, without struggle, without force, without constant inner pressure. That's when I understood something simple, yet profound. Ambitious people are not lazy. They've just been living disconnected from themselves for too long. There's one very important thing that almost no one talks about. In moments when inspiration is gone, when interest disappears because of burnout, or when you simply have no energy left at all, it's pointless to force positive thinking or wait for a sudden breakthrough. In these moments, life energy needs to be reignited through the body, through movement, through physical contact with life. Sometimes inspiration doesn't come from the mind, but from very simple, grounded things. A walk in the park, a gentle run, stretching, breathing, body-based movement. When the body starts moving, energy begins to circulate again, and with it, interest in life returns. Not because you forced yourself, but because you created the conditions for inspiration to come back. Sometimes it's enough just to step outside and let your body move the way it wants to. No goal, no plan, no pressure. And from this reconnection with the body, the first spark of genuine desire is often born. And after that, movement forward naturally follows. If you recognize yourself right now, if you have dreams, goals, and potential, but no energy, no fire, no desire to act, please hear this. There is nothing wrong with you. Your task right now is not to fix yourself, not to become more disciplined, and definitely not to force yourself through willpower. Your task is to reconnect with yourself. The first thing you need to do is stop fighting the state you're in. As long as you label yourself as lazy, weak, or broken, you continue to drain your energy. Say honestly to yourself, yes, this is where I am right now. Yes, it's hard. Yes, I don't have much strength. And pause there, without judgment. This is not the end of your path. This is a point of restoration. The second step is to take your focus away from results and bring your attention back to the present moment. When we constantly think about who we should become, how much we should earn, what we must achieve, our nervous system stays in a state of chronic tension, and in tension, inspiration cannot live. Ask yourself not, what should I do? But, what could give me even 5% more life right now? Sometimes it's sleep, sometimes silence, sometimes movement, sometimes connection, sometimes simply allowing yourself not to decide anything. The third step is to return to small living action, not a yearly plan, not a strategy, not starting a new life on Monday, but one simple action that doesn't require pressure: a walk, a shower, stretching, writing your thoughts, creating something without the goal of showing it to the world. Small action restores the feeling of movement, and movement restores trust in yourself. The fourth step is to honestly look at whose goals you are actually trying to reach. Very often, ambitious but burned out people are chasing expectations of family, society, or their past self. And the body knows this. It simply refuses to move toward a life that has no vitality in it. Ask yourself a direct question. If I remove fear, shame, and expectations, what do I truly want? The answer may not come immediately, and that's okay. And finally, the most important thing, inspiration doesn't appear after action. It appears when you are in contact with yourself, when you stop forcing yourself, when you begin listening to your body, when you allow yourself to be alive instead of perfect. And from this state, real movement is born, real fulfillment, real results. If you've watched this video until this moment, it means something inside you resonated. And that's not a coincidence. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are a person with potential who has lived for too long under pressure, expectations, and constant shoulds. Ambitious people often burn out because they feel more deeply, see further, and demand too much from themselves. And if inspiration has disappeared, this is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that it's time to change the way you move forward. There's one key thing to understand. Inspiration is not a reward for hard work. It's not a privilege for the chosen few. It's a natural state that appears when you reconnect with yourself, when you listen to your body, when you respect your current state, when you choose what's alive instead of what's right. Your life doesn't have to be a constant race. Your growth doesn't have to come from stress, and your path doesn't have to be hard to be meaningful. Sometimes the strongest step forward is to pause, breathe out, and honestly ask yourself, how do I want to feel in my life? Because feeling creates direction, direction creates action, and action creates results. If you don't have clarity right now, allow it not to be there. If you don't have energy, allow yourself to restore it. If you don't feel inspired, return to your body, to movement, to life. Small steps matter more than big promises. Honesty matters more than motivation, and connection with yourself matters more than discipline. If this path resonates with you, a path without self-violence or burnout, but with depth, awareness, and living energy, stay here, subscribe to the channel. We are just beginning this journey of healing and returning to ourselves. Like this video so it can reach those who need to hear these words right now, and write in the comments what resonated with you the most in this video. Remember, you don't need to be fixed. You need to be heard. And when that happens, life starts moving with you.